What's up, guys? It's your homeboy, Cowboy Crunk, your war daddy, coming to you from Magnolia, Texas. Uh, Game day, baby. Monday Night Football. Nothing better, other than the fact that you got to wait all weekend and watch everybody else play. Another good thing about that is you kind of get to see where teams fall. What happened this weekend, what happened on the Sunday night game. The Eagles winning their game, the Packers lost. So we're in this situation where we have to match what the Eagles are doing at this point because it puts us in a situation where we're not in charge of the division anymore. This is a must-win game. It's a little scary because it's an interdivision rivalry game. The Giants have always been a rival. They do have Saquon Barkley, and they do have their new quarterback Daniels. He looks good at times, and you don't want him to have one of those good games against our defense. We've got to be solid, guys. We've got to come in with the passion and the fire we had against the Eagles. We came in from the onset, the offensive line and the offensive coordinator and the play calling. They decided we are going all out to win this game, and they did it early. That we had dynamic play calling in the beginning. We got up 14-0. We caused turnovers. Next thing you know, it's 17-0. It was really an outstanding game from the onset, and it was because we got ahead. We were aggressive in the beginning. In this game, I think the formula to winning this game is going to be a little different than we might see because we had that bye week. I want to come out the gate, run the ball, establish the run with Ezekiel Elliott, and our offensive line should be well rested enough to go deep into the second quarter without even catching a wind. They should be ready to do this. Coming off a bye week, a lot of times the teams are a little rusty the first quarter. So running the ball, which is a lot easier than getting your quarterback and your receivers back on in rhythm and getting that rhythm going. We've got to pound the ball. We got to pound the rock. Feed Zeke and make them load. They're going to load the box. We know that. But if at the beginning of the game, if our offensive line is strong enough, if our offensive line is well rested enough and healthy, 8 men in the box, we still should be able to handle that. And then in the second quarter, third quarter, we need to start picking them apart and make them take the eighth man out of the box. If the run game doesn't work in the beginning, that's what we've got to be able to do. If we get in those situations where it's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, or 3rd and 6, Dak Prescott has got to be able to come through for us, and put the numbers up at least on 3rd down. If we can do that, we can continue the run. If that doesn't happen, that's when we get behind. That's when the play calling gets stagnant and boring. Use the run, that's fine, but still put those plays in there that keep the play calling. Like we saw last night. The Patriots and the Ravens game. It was like the Ravens had the Patriots out of control. They had no clue which way the Ravens were going, if they were going to run it, if they were going to pass it, if it was going to RPO, if Lamar Jackson was going to keep it. I mean, they really had them off balance. The defense could never find balance, and that's what we did against the Eagles. We did not allow their defense to find balance, we're going to run the ball on 1st down and we're going to run it on 2nd down. Then we'll pass on 3rd. When it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6, we'll look for Jason Witten or we'll look for Cobb. No, we got to keep these guys off balance. On a 2nd and 1, go deep, everyone. We've got the extra play. Really, I think tonight is an opportunity for us to take a leap even though the Eagles won, for us to step up, win another divisional game, and put us in a situation where basically we're in charge of the division. If we tie with the Eagles, we'll win on the division wins. So it is an important game. I do expect us to win. I expect us to win every weekend, no matter who it is. What I try to do is give my scenario on what we need to do to come through this evening. The Giants have nothing to lose. Their season is over. What puts a good taste in their mouth for the season, if they can get a couple wins out of the Cowboys, which we've already taken care of them once, but if they can cause damage within the conference, if they could cause us to lose tonight, if the Giants can walk out with a win and we lose the division, then at least it feels like they did something. If they beat the Eagles and we causes us to win the division, they feel like they did something, and that's where the interconference rivals things. That's why the way they get built. We had that situation a few years back. We lost to the Giants, and we ended up missing the wild card. So we'll it's a game we got to win. It's a must win. Like I said, feed Zeke the defense, feed Zeke, and get the offense rolling through him. If they just got us snug down and tightened up on the run, and we can't move the ball that way, then we've got to open it up with the passing game, and Dak's got to be able to do that. They got to be aggressive and use some stylistic play calling that just keeps the Giants off balance. Their secondary is weak. They have one of the weakest secondaries in the NFL right now, and that's what we need to attack as well. But the run game, get our rhythm back. We had the bye week off, pound the rock the first quarter, and then pick them apart is what I hope is the way they attack the situation. I hope it works out that way. As far as the defense, the Hot Boys and the Purge unit, the Purge squad, excuse me. I used to work, like I've told you guys before, I worked with a Purge unit. But the Purge squad, the Hot Boys, whatever that defense system that you guys want to give them their nickname, they have to play like they did against the Eagles. They got to play with fire. They got to attack the ball. They got to put helmets on the ball. They got to strip the ball. We need to get some pressure on Daniels, and that will cause a young quarterback to make hasty and quick throws off balance. That's what's going to get you a lot of your interceptions. If he has time in the pocket, if he's able to throw, with his feet under him, if he's able to step into his throws, we could have some trouble with the Giants tonight. Sterling Shepard is out, not expected to play. We have two players on the injured reserve right now, not on injured reserve, but on the injured questionable roster, which are Anthony Brown and LVE. Leighton Vander Esch's neck has recovered well, I guess, the stinger he got, but he's still questionable, and part of that might be if he's questionable at this point, and he's as long as he's been questionable for almost the whole week. I would say he probably does play. I would say he at least suits up and takes part of his original snaps. But Joe Thomas has played well. Joe Thomas is a standout on special teams. So what you do on those situations, you move Joe Thomas up from special teams, put him in LVE spot. Maybe they switch out, they rotate out, a little more than normal. Joe Thomas will get probably a good part of the playing time, and then we'll, fill somebody in on his special team position with one of the guys off the practice squad, or one of the guys that Kayvon Frazier, I know, is one of the guys that they use in that slot a lot as well. Anyways, big game tonight, Monday night, guys. Hopefully I will try to get a live stream going. I know the other guys will be live streaming tonight, a lot of the other YouTubers, so you'll see me jumping around on I'm very interested in watching this game, and when you're live streaming, it's hard for me to get into the game the way I like to. So we'll see, guys. But anyways, Monday night, should have a victory tonight, but it has to be done right. If it's not done right, we could easily fall into a game like we did against the Jets. And I just saw that coming. We lost to two good teams. We lost to the Saints. We lost to Green Bay. And then when we went into the Jets game, it was kind of like, well, we should win now. We got our two losses out of the way. Let's go ahead and take care of the Jets. And that didn't make me feel good, but that's the way it seemed like the mentality was. It was like we were expected to lose, kind of. Those games were iffy, but we got the Jets now, so we'll be back on schedule. We get to play the Jets, win that game, and then go into the Eagles. And really, that was a slap in the face. It's probably a slap in the face we needed. So don't get another slap in the face tonight. That's all I can say, Jason Garrett. You and Kellen Moore, keep those guys fired up. Linehan, release the hounds. Get those guys twisting and turning and blitzing and coming in with different blitz packages, and let's go after this young quarterback and get a win. But we'll see you tonight. Cowboys, Giants tonight from MetLife Stadium. Cowboys, Crunk is out. Peace.